Hi all, I thought I'd do a video today. It's been a long time since my last one again. So I got a copy of Timepieces for Treble recorder here, and I thought this is great because it's not the same as the Timepieces for Descant soprano recorder. It's got all different pieces in, and it has got a lot of grade 1, 2 and 3 pieces in. And I thought what I'd do is go through this grade 2 Allegro here by Mozart, just to sort of show how to tackle a piece at this level to make it sort of come alive, really. As we all know, it's one thing playing the notes, but making a convincing performance, that's quite a different thing. So it says, they suggest moderato 100, which is this tempo. So perhaps the first thing is to learn to play the notes at this tempo. Okay, so that's sight reading for me. So obviously for me it's quite straightforward to be able to play that. But that wasn't really a very convincing performance. So what sort of things can you do to make your performance more interesting? Well, first of all, let's look at the very first phrase. Now, I don't know if you can see on my music, but the very first note here is off the beat. Okay, so it's no good if you make it sound on the beat. So what I mean is that the initial emphasis is not on that very first note because it's on a weak beat, or it's in between a beat. It's not on a beat at all. It's on the and of 2, and the second note is on beat 1 of the first full bar. Okay, so you're going to want a slight emphasis on that second note. Okay, and I can hear myself starting to put some articulation in, because it may be that when you start you play it all very straight. And that would be too legato for that piece. Let's check the speed again. So I would make it more bouncy, more lively sounding. And straight away you can hear it's a completely different energy when you play a piece like that. You've gone from something that's really very boring and not very alive. It might be very lovely on a very legato piece, might be entirely appropriate when you're trying to really bring out the sound and fill the sound. But on this one it doesn't come to life if you play it legato. When you play it less legato, I'm still following the slurs and things, but I'm playing more detached. Okay, so what else could you do in that first section there? Let's have a think. At the grade 2 level, you can still think of a lot of the things that maybe you're going to do at a higher level, and I think the best way is probably to start with something with a few simple goals. So making the articulation more detached so that it comes to life is a nice straightforward goal. And then perhaps adding dynamics. I don't know if you spotted that there was a little bit in there that was an echo. So as soon as we get an echo, we can play the second one quieter, as an echo would be, quieter than the original. So I'll do that now. See if you can hear my dynamics. And so really I've done two things to that piece. I've added more detached articulation, and I've added a dynamic change, and it's way different, it's way more convincing. Phrasing, of course, is also very important. And with this piece, it's quite straightforward. Breathing's easy, there are little quaver rests to breathe on. The echo gives it some shape, and I think it's quite easy to phrase. Phrasing's an area that really confuses people. What is a phrase? The very simplest way to describe a phrase would be to say, if this piece of music is a paragraph of writing, then a phrase is a sentence within that paragraph. So just like if we were talking, we wouldn't pause in all the strange places that make it sound really odd when we're trying to get a sentence out. We would speak in full sentences and pause on the commas and pause on the full stops. It's exactly the same in music. And I suppose when I'm speaking in sentences, there's a sense of forward momentum. My sentence is going somewhere. I'm not putting the same emphasis on every word. Some words might stand out a bit, and you can hear the pitch of my voice go up. And music's very much doing the same thing. So perhaps when I put in the articulation, perhaps I did gain more of a sense of forward momentum and phrasing as well. So on an allegro piece like this, you know, a piece with lots of energy, lots of forward momentum, lots of nice detached articulation, although, you know, don't miss out the slurs because they give a nice contrast, and some dynamics to shape it. There's another echo in the second half actually. Let's play that with the echo. Again, I don't think I've played this piece from this this book before, so I'm sight reading. So it's a great little piece. Sounds really nice on treble recorder. Just a little word about this little bit at the end. Oh, get it the right way around. This, oh, there we are. F to E natural on semi-quavers there. So for that bit, you're going to just want to make sure you're using, because it's slurred, you're going to use this fingering for E. So you're going to go F, E, F, E. So your thumb stays on the back, F, E, F, E, rather than F, E, F, E, and get note blemishes in between. There we are. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. That's a rather nice little piece. And oh, if anyone was wondering, I just played that on an old Moeck Rottenburgh in maple.